Last where we left off, the party was celebrating their of the defeat of the vampire bear horde. Um, there was some. There was an army of cats that ran amok amongst the hall. There was knife throwing. Gallonford, you met a lovely lady. Mason being still on edge and want to make sure everything there was no more bears, was still kind of, he was celebrating, but he wasn't partaking in the drink, and he was maintaining and watching the halls. Unbeknownst to Gallonford, after going back up to the room with the lovely lady, she was the rat, the were rat that you guys encountered in your first early days of adventuring. Blaming Gallonford for the loss of her pack, essentially, because the Silver Ring has came and wiped them out, all except for her. And in recompense, she has ordered Gallonford to retrieve an artifact once she is ready for it. Next, you were celebrating with your cats, and you wound up in a dark forest, hearing a familiar crying sound. Then you were whisked away into a ruined city, and discovering your father's trinket cart right next to a well, and a hunched over gray figure. When you approached the figure, it grabbed you, screamed in your face, and you were back at the fort. Stig, Nix, and Gallonford went to explore the cave to make sure there were no bears once for all, and you so far discovered an angelic statue, all chained up, holding a crystal with its arms extended. Caradwyn and Mason and Ismith are looking for a well. As Caradwyn is still looking for the keys to unlock the secret door that's down in the basement. So, and that's where we are picking up. I would like. We're gonna speed up the cave exploration a little bit. I would like Gallonford, Stig, and Nix to make perception checks. Stig, while you are squeezing through a small narrow passage, you see something into a room. You can't get to the room, but you see like what seems to be some sort of a pedestal, and upon the pedestal is resting a book, and on top of the book is seems to be a circlet.
So on a pedestal is a book and a circle.
Yes.
Just in the middle of the cave?
It's in a room, and you're coming up. It seems like you can't, where you are from. You can't get to it.
Can't get to the room or the circle?
The room.
I motioned to the other two to, hey, take a look at this.
Mm-hmm.
What did you find there?
Looks like there's a room over yonder. Looks like it's got some interesting loot over there.
Maybe I can get through.
Nix, you try to squeeze in, but as you get closer to the room, it is narrow. You won't be able to squeeze through your while in your gnomish body.
Oh, okay. I'll just wild shape into a rat.
Okay, that definitely works. You are able to definitely squeeze in as a rat.
Okay.
You get in, and this room is. It seems like this. When you get on top, is definitely an academic type book. You do, when you climb up the pedestal on your little rat feet, and but there is this beautiful circlet sitting on top of it.
Uh, I I point to the book and the circlet and like which one should I take? Kind of. I'm just squeak squeak squeak.
The book looks like it might be useful, but so does the circlet. Do you think you could try and snag both?
I try to give the thumbs up and then I try to quick gather both of them in my arms.
The book in your rat form, the book is too big
Oh.
and too heavy.
Stig, I can't remember which one of our ropes was used, but I wonder if we have any rope left that we can kind of toss. Maybe she can tie it around the book and we can try and pull it through while she grabs the circlet.
Why don't you check in the bag of holding, see if you got something?
Oh yeah, I guess I do have that on me. Let me take a look.
But we have that rope of entanglement in there?
Yes.
You do, you're right, thank you.
You're not there, Caradwyn.
But I am the keeper of the bag.
But you're not there.
I'm searching for any rope in the bag, though.
There should be 150 feet of rope left.
Okay, I will pull that rope out, and I'll toss one in through the narrow passageway, and I'll just, with my finger gestures, be like, tie around the book. We will pull it. You grab the circlet.
Yeah, Nyx grabs the circlet, puts it over her body, and then attempts to tie the book with the rope.
Okay, give me a dex check in your rat form.
Okay.
Okay, you believe you have this book tied well enough with the rope.
With that, I'm gonna skitter back past everybody with the circlet.
Would you like to do the honor, Stig, or should I go ahead and pull it?
I mean, it's not going to be some dramatic event. And he'll pull a rope.
All right. The book comes. You pull the rope, and the book comes straight to you.
Untie the book, store the rope. Can we tell anything? I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but can we judge this book by its cover?
The cover actually is made out of iron. And so are and it looks like it has a image on it of like some sort of large creature on the cover.
Is it just the cover that's iron, or is it like it's like written on iron?
Just the cover, just the front and back cover.
What do you make of it, Gallenford?
Do I recognize the creature that is on the cover?
You can give me an Arcana check. Uh, it appears to be a golem.
Hmm. Maybe Mason might know something of this. It looks like a golem. I know he got something from that wizard we took out. Maybe he can utilize that with this book to create one that serves him or us.
You think so?
Worth a shot. Oh, that would be amazing. What if we could create one and have it set watch over our base?
That sounds pretty useful. Stig will flip through the book.
It
He,
seems
he wants to see what it takes to make a golem.
okay. Give me an intelligence check. Yeah, this is your head begins to hurt. There's a lot of mathematics involved.
Ooh, fractions.
Yeah, you can get some of it, but it's like you're not getting all of it.
I mean, it's talking about ferrous, non-ferrous, and the percentage of carbon, and I don't know. There's a lot of words I can't make out.
That seems a little complex even for me. Yeah, maybe we should leave it for Mason and Carradwin. I feel like they're the smarter ones.
Stig will put his hand to his chest and he goes, Galliford, you wounded me.
Hey, you got more words than I would have probably figured out. I just tell tales.
Just gives Galliford a little nudge. I'm just joshing with you. Nix! We're leaving.
She just kind of with the climbs up your shoulder, big, with the circlet in hand.
What's the circlet look like?
It is made. The binding is made out of silver, and it has three sapphires on it. One in the center and one on each side.
Well, at least it could probably sell for a pretty copper.
Yeah, but we should probably see if it has any properties before resorting to selling it. Could be useful.
Good, but like you said, we'll have to discuss it with the brains of the operation.
Now let's see if I marked enough of these walls to track our way back out of here.
Continuing forward, you do eventually find another doorway. You guys go up and investigate, and it leads to a large square room. And inside this room is a large, basically a well.
The bottom of a well, or
Is not the bottom. It's like the top of a well. You can guess that this is the same room that you saw of that square room suspended above that pond.
So we kind of can assume that we're in the square.
Yes.
Guys, I think we're in the square.
wait, I thought that square wasn't connected to anything.
Underneath the square, you remember there was a large cylinder seemed to be supporting it.
Is that the well?
You can safely assume that the cylinder is the well.
Yeah, see,
Ooh.
Gallenford, it makes perfect sense.
Oh man, I actually feel like this is more confusing than things I've witnessed in the Feywild.
If we go down it, would we just end up inside the well and not on the other side?
Stig will look down the well and see if he can see the bottom.
You see black. You cannot see the bottom of the well.
Gallenford's. Oh, sorry, Stick.
I was going to say, you got something we can toss down, see how deep it is?
Copper coin.
True.
I'll drop the penny down the well and wait. I will start counting until I hear it hit something.
You do hear a splash, and when it hit the water, it's about 50 feet down.
About 50 feet. That's about the length of the rope. I don't really have any lights except fairy fire, but oh, maybe I don't know if that works.
Now, Chris, I have dark vision up to 60 feet.
Oh, you do? I thought it was up to 30 feet. So you would see, you would still see like a layer of blackness. You can't, your dark vision will not be able to penetrate this murky water.
I could always wild shape into an octopus and check down there.
You could. But that's up to you.
If I don't come back in 20 minutes, what was that saying you said again? I'm dead?
We'll assume you're dead and leave without you.
Yeah.
Except we really won't.
Okay. I'm gonna wild shape into an octopus and jump into the well.
Okay.
Oh, she jumped so quickly. I wanted to tie this around you first.
Splash.
Stig will go, hey, I think I have some fishing gear in there. Maybe we can literally fish her out.
Caradwin and Mason, you guys are walking through the forest with Innsmouth. You're looking for a well that's supposed to be in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Give me an investigation check.
There we go.
You guys are looking through the notes. Caradwin, you're looking for clues. You guys discovered it's like deep into the forest, and as you guys keep walking, you realize you're on your way back to the cave of where the bears were.
Sorry, I was eating a bite of ice cream at the time.
So
Is that in
we looked as
character?
well. Moat. That's right. We're building a moat.
Are we being led this way by whatever notes we have?
By your notes, but yes, again with that investigation, you believe that the notes are leading you deeper into the forest and to the direction of where the cave is.
Well, I suppose we didn't investigate this place fully. Might as well keep heading in, see what we can find.
Might as well. Maybe we'll run into the other group on the way.
Yeah, maybe they've already found something. Yeah, I guess we can keep going in. I don't know. Is Smith still following us?
Yeah, she's just tagging along, kind of watching you guys work.
Yeah, I'll continue on to the cave.
Okay. Nyx, does your octopus have dark vision?
I believe. Let me check. Giant octopus. Well, it doesn't say. It just says hold breath, underwater camouflage, water breathing. So then I'm not sure then.
Are you a giant octopus? Or
I'm a giant octopus.
Oh, you're a giant
Oh,
octopus.
here it is. Dark vision, 60 feet. Yes, I do.
okay. If you're okay, yeah, you're a large.
So she went down that well like a milkshake through a straw.
Well,
I'm an
octopus
octopus.
Yeah,
The-
they can bend their shape pretty easily.
She's fine, and the well is not.
I was thinking, something the size of a basketball, but no, I'm thinking the size of like a large tarp.
Next, the bottom is about 5 feet deep from where you can see the top of the where Mason or Stig and Gallenford are. But you do see that there is a tunnel that goes more toward the west.
Oh. I go back up and then I make swirlies with my hand and then look like I'm digging.
Whirlpool.
Clams, dog.
Makes an O shape with my tentacles. Show my tentacles.
Nyx, that's disgusting.
O. What's the next letter?
A T.
O-T.
U.
O-T-U?
Autumn. No.
N. N.
O-T-U-N? I don't know what she's spelling. Is this a word in Gnomish?
Autumn.
Who's closest to the well? Who's peeking the closest to the well?
You guys are like right next to the well.
I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna drag both you guys into the well. You can fight me if you want, but I'm dragging you into the well.
Galliford sees the arms coming and he's like, wait, we need a way out. And I'll try and slip back so I can secure some rope somewhere.
Steve won't resist.
Flash.
One second, guys.
All right, Nyx, we're here.
And then just points down and swims under.
While that's happening, Galliford's like tying the rope around the top of the well and then draping it over. Alright. The rope's secured. Are you guys okay down there?
We're good.
So Stig, you see the tunnel Nyx was trying to tell you about.
Oh. Yeah, I still don't know what she was trying to say. there's a tunnel down here.
Oh, was she trying to say, oh, tunnel? Do you know how
Little
far it
bubbles.
goes?
Shrug.
See,
Unclear.
you don't know how it goes. How- And Stig, you would have to if you go down the tunnel, your head will be able to barely have room for air.
There's an air pocket.
It's like shout is like the you have to you're gonna have to crouch to get
It's small. Okay. Is the tunnel completely flooded?
no. There's enough room for your face to have air.
Okay, so it's nearly flooded. I mean, Nix, do you want to go scout it out?
Salute. And goes to swing. Blah, blah, blah.
If things seem to go wrong, just shout out and I'll come down. I'm pretty sure I have this rope secured.
But I need to return to my gnomish form in order to fit, or would I be okay?
You'll be okay to squeeze in your octopus form. You're an
Okay.
octopus.
Okay. And I'll just do that.
But I would say you are kind of just you're sliding up against the wall, you know.
Yep.
This is what octopi are made for.
Nix, as you are going across the tunnel, you are disturbing the sediment on the bottom, and you somehow release something from the bottom, and it floats to the top, and it's a bloated body.
Yeah. Can I tell how long it's been there?
You can give me a medicine check.
Okay.
No clue.
Okay.
It's been there a while.
I'm gonna keep scouting out.
The ceiling begins to get lower and lower until it's fully submerged in the water.
Okay.
Nix,
The body.
Nix, safety check.
I'm going to go back with the body.
Nix, I need a strength athletics or strength dexterity check, or not, or strength athletics check or dexterity acrobatics check, as something seems to grab one of your tentacles and tries to pull you further.
I'll do the acrobatics. Got caught.
You can't move. Like something's holding you in the water. Stay, give me a perception check. You notice that the water is now being disturbed, like Nyx is struggling under the water.
Gallenford, I think something's up. I gotta go check. I know this contradicts my catchphrase, but go.
I enjoy the contradiction. I'll head down and shout if you do see something for sure. I'm going to start carefully climbing down.
Okay.
Small confined space. He'll probably just have his knife out.
Okay. Caradon and Mason, you're at the mouth of the cave.
Alright, here we are. Here we go again.
Do you remember your way around this place?
What was that?
Do you remember where things were in here? Because I don't know if I do. Like, navigation-wise. I don't want to get lost in a cave for too long.
I generally know my way around, not specific places.
I think that's good enough. And then I'll follow Mason.
Okay. Mason, give me a survival check. Just to see if you can remember. You get back to where you get back to a point where you remember, and then you are lost.
I think it's over this way. And we just turn into a dead end. I'm like, nope, we took a wrong turn somewhere.
Well, I guess we can wait and see if we hear any screams and follow them. I mean, God only knows. I know we did find what looked like the remains of structures in here. Perhaps there's something else they can stumble upon? They leave us any clues anywhere?
Mason's gonna just yell out, "Hey guys, are you still in here?"
If they
Gallenford,
look hard enough, Gallenford had been marking the walls to try and track the way back.
Gallenford, give me a perception check. You hear Mason's voice echo. It's distant, but you hear it.
I'll stop mid climb and I'll kind of go back to the top and shout out, "This way! Follow my voice! Look for my markings on the wall!"
Mason, Caradwin, give me a perception check. You both hear Gallenford respond, but you don't. But you hear, you know it's Gallenford, but you don't know what exactly he said.
Are we able to follow that direction?
You could give me another survival check.
Fantastic. I'm so great at those. Oh, actually, that's not too bad.
Yeah, you guys know which way to go. You eventually make your way back to the square room that's being supported up above the pond by the pillar in the center. You're on the outside, and Gallenford, you're on the inside.
Gallenford, where are you?
Can you hear me?
Are you in the cube?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that still doesn't make any sense to me. But yes, somehow. and Stig and Nyx are down this well in here. I was just about to follow through because Stig's checking on Nyx.
Oh, the well isn't.
Tell them to look for a key if it's a well.
Hey Stig, if you can still hear me, they say look for a key.
Stig,
I assume Nix and I are in a desperate struggle for our lives.
yeah, Stig, give me a athletics check or acrobatics check when you get to Nyx. When you get to Nyx, you feel something grab your wrist and try to pull you down, but you are able to pull away. Something's holding and trying to drag you guys down into the depths of this dark, murky water.
I'm going to stick my head in and see what it is.
It is heavily obscured, and with Nyx flailing around, you can't tell. You can't see anything.
Nix, I think something's in here. Let's go. I want to just grab a tentacle and try and haul her out.
Okay, give me another strength athletics check. Or, yeah, no, this will be a strength check. Yeah, strength athletics. You stay. Nyx is still being held.
Come on, Nix, you got to give me some help here.
Nyx, you can give me another check. Acrobatics or athletics.
Since, would I be able to assist her?
You just used your turn to try to pull.
I'm good.
Yeah, Nyx, you're able to squirm away from whatever is holding on to you. And Nyx, as you're pulling, you feel a give, and Nyx is wrapped around your body like, save me. Even though she's bigger than you.
I'm on his back like a backpack.
He's Octodad.
Call me Doc.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, so Nyx, Stig, you have Nyx now.
And then Gallenford says, look for a key.
You didn't hear what Galliford said. You were too busy with Nyx.
Yes, so I will awkwardly, like, waddle my way back to the... looking like a bipedal tentacle monster.
Is everything okay down there?
Everything's fine.
Wait, is he talking to us?
He
I got
it out, so I responded.
I got Nyx! And she's got me!
Who's mumbling?
I can't tell. Does she have something else in her arms?
No, Carradine isn't carrying anything.
No, not
Yeah,
you
I-
guys.
Nyx, you can let go now.
She doesn't let go.
Is she still holding that body?
She's holding somebody.
If she's fully on Nyx, no.
Who's found a body?
That part was out of character, though. Since I didn't hear it.
Nobody knows I saw a body. I was getting dragged.
Carradine, I just had a weird thought. What if this cube is just mimicking Gallenford?
If it's the mimic from the gnome place, I think we're dead. I think.
Yeah, I'm
we
not
found
saying it's a
him.
mimic. I'm just saying it's like a recording device. It's just yelling words back at us.
Are you guys saying that loudly?
No, now I'm suspicious of this cube, so I'm just kind of whispering to Kieran, like, what if it's just a magical cube that's supposed to keep us here forever?
Did you guys find anything down there?
No! We've already explored this place. Why is he yelling at us like this?
Not you guys. I'm talking to Stig and Nix in the well.
Who else would you be talking to?
So Mason and Caradwin are outside of the cube.
But we know that. We're here.
Instead of yelling, I pull out my loot, and I will just use my message so it goes straight to Stig and Nix without confusing the others. Caradwin and Mason are outside the cube. This is very weird. Did you find anything?
Have we made it to the entrance yet?
Yeah, were you climbing up, Stig?
I was just trying to get back to the bottom.
Oh yeah, you got there no problem.
So Stig comes out with a giant octopus wrapped all around him and looks up at Gallifrey. He's like, "No, we ran into. I think we ran into some sludge, and I think Nick panicked."
In the water?
Yeah, in the water. What's this about, What's this about Mason and Caradwin?
They're outside the cube. I can hear them.
Are you still using message to keep your conversation to
No, I didn't for that last part.
Yes, there's water here.
Well, since you guys can hear me, Caradwin, it sounds like there's something in the water.
Did they find a key?
No, they found something that tried to pull them further in.
Never mind, I won't ask that question. How did we get to you?
I peeked back down into the well. Did you make out what the thing was that tried to grab you?
It's too murky.
Oh, that one, I think he was talking to them. That one wasn't for us. I think we figured it out now, Mason.
Are we sure? Are we sure this is Gallifrey we're talking to? Could be just a solid cube that just sends voices.
So somehow we ended up in here when we found a secret door in the wall, and it kind of circled around like a maze. I still don't understand how we ended up in this cube following the maze, though.
There was a doorway. I put you on the map.
I thought we were going to get lost, Mason, but it sounds like Gallifrey is very lost.
Oh yeah.
It was like a secret room. I made markings on the wall to track it, because... Oh, that's right. If we learn teleportation circles like I was talking to you about before, we could set like a default one, and it's like a quick escape to the secret room that's hidden in these walls.
That would be really nice, but that's a bit of a ways away for me.
So you want us to set up a teleportation to teleport us into this lost maze thing?
Well, if we track all of it, well, it won't be so lost anymore.
So what kind of marks are we looking for?
I was carving arrows, so the arrow should be pointing in the direction we walked.
I'd like to look around and see if I could find one of those arrows.
I'm going to help Stig.
Okay, give me a perception check, Mason.
You mean Mason?
Or Mason, yes, sorry.
Because I'm just like, you're just going to jump through that cube and help Stig out.
Yeah, sorry.
What do you want, Chris?
Perception. Looking around, eventually you find Gallanfer's arrow.
Ah, there's one. You think you could ping it or something?
It's just on the wall. I don't know where he put it. We're just role playing that he put it.
Well, it's supposed to lead us to this. Okay, if we're just role playing, I'll go to it and I'll be like, arrow. This.
Eventually, you make your way around, following the arrows, and you wind up here.
Nix, are you still your giant octopus?
Stig and Nix, by the time they get around, you guys will be out of the well if you were climbing up.
So see, you guys, this place is massive.
Thought you guys didn't want to come.
Twisty turn. Well, we were looking that well, I guess.
Well, we were looking for a well in a forest, and this is kind of where our clues led us.
Well, this is a well in the forest. You can see that Stig is covered in sucker marks.
Is Nick still an octopus?
Yes.
By the way, guys, what did it feel like when this thing grabbed you down there?
And are you sure it wasn't an octopus?
Are you sure this is Nick's?
That's a good question. Did you come
I'm
back up with
green.
Nick or something else?
It's me.
Okay, if you're green, then
The fact that Gallanford and Stig are not concerned about this giant octopus.
You guys said something about a key?
While you're here, Mason, we found this book.
oh, books. Let me take a look. Book.
Hands over the construct book.
Mason, you can give me an Arcana check. Are you trained in Arcana?
I am.
Okay, give me you. I'll allow you to roll with advantage for this particular check. You instantly recognize what this book is. It is a manual of iron golems.
So all those pages you guys are confused about, I'm like, yeah, basic stuff.
Um,
I can work with this.
it is still very difficult to read, and it hurts your eye. And being a magical book, it still hurts your eyes and head. You will be. It takes, since you're not. You know what it is, but you're not equipped to, let's say, use it currently.
I'm gonna put that on my sheet and stick it in my backpack.
Okay, I thought I had it on my.
That wasn't the only thing we found down here. Nyx found a circlet, and if you pass by the weird statue, I took this from it, and I'll pull out that. It was like a gem, I think, or something that I wrapped up, but it was glowing.
You found a glowing gem?
It was in the hands of that statue. I was worried it was going to start moving or something, which is why I haven't touched it with my hands. It's just in this cloth. And I'll show
I'll yeah, I'll cast a quick detect magic on it. With my once a day free ritual. Is it my quill?
Mason, it should be in your journal.
Is it my spellbook? Yeah. So I'm gonna cast detect magic as a ritual, so it won't expend a spell slot. But with my awakened spellbook, I can do it as an action once a day. So I'm just gonna quick cast detect magic.
Yeah, this gem radiates with magic, like brightly with magic.
And you found this where?
In the hand of the statue.
What's that? You'll have to be.
The fallen angel statue.
Yeah.
Did we see that in the cave last time we were here?
It's in the secret facility.
Oh, so we would have passed by it on the way here.
Yeah, it's right by the front door.
You guys went the long way. Since you followed Galliford's arrows, you did see seems to be an angel statue that was cloaked and weeping, and there on the floor around it was a set of iron chains.
Any thoughts, Carried One?
Of the weeping angel or the crystal? Because both it's creepy.
The crystal mainly.
Well, it's unbelievably magical. I was expecting maybe a little bit, but this is way more than I would have thought. It's kind of blinding, actually. Can you wrap it back up in the cloth? It's hard to see.
Yeah. I'll wrap it back up and put it back in the bag.
What kind of magic was it radiating?
Restoration magic.
Well, it's not. Well, restoration doesn't necessarily have to be good, but it was restorative magics. So that could be a good sign.
Because technically, through D&D rules and whatnot, cure wounds or whatnot is, I think, evocation magic. So.
Okay.
But this is healing magic essentially.
Statue of a weeping angel on the floor.
It wasn't the chain. It was the chains weren't chaining it to the floor. The chains were wrapped around the angel, holding it was chained up in place. And then when you guys were leaving initially, after taking
How they captured a weeping angel and tied it down.
I'd love to take more time to investigate that, but I know it would take me time to identify the gem, as well as anything else you guys have found. Which I can take the time, but
Are you able to cast light? Or clear away heavy obscurity?
but I can dispel magic, but that's about it right now. It would take me a day. I would have to, fiddle with some things in my spell book a little bit, but yes, I could cast light.
I just didn't know if you wanted to take a crack at searching this well.
Oh. Sure. Why not? I do not.
I'm not
Is
sure.
there water in there?
Yes.
Then no.
But come on, it's only up to your shoulders.
Until the thing drags you into it. Remember the fish people that I was, by the way, correct about?
Yes, there are fish people. That's a fact.
Yes, and I'd rather not repeat that. I mean, listen, I'm all for finding that key as long as I don't have to do it.
Why? You're the one
In the
searching
well.
for him, Caradwin.
Huh?
Isbeth says, why? You're the one searching for him.
Yeah, but,
But what?
I mean, it's probably gross down there.
Oh, hey, she's here. I didn't see her.
I don't know, Ismith, why don't you go down there? I could turn this argument right back around.
I'm not the one searching for the keys.
Oh, don't act like you're not curious. I don't know how to swim. How about that? Is that fair?
Do you need the swim? Stig, can
I really
she
wish I
stand?
had a silent spell right now.
Stig, would she be able to stand in the water?
I was able to.
There you go.
How is Nick's looking?
I don't know, Nix. How are you looking?
Scared?
She looks unharmed, if that's what you mean. Like, nothing injured her.
Stig is doing the math, and Nyx is probably curled up into the tiniest ball she can as the giant octopus.
With Bucky.
I feel sorry for Bucky right now. I know how those tentacles feel. Look, Caradwin, if you can just give me some light, I'll go look for the key.
I think it requires a long rest. Let me double check. Do.
I'm really trying here, Caradwin, but you gotta give me something.
I can give you a mage hand. And that's about it today. If you just want to see in the dark, I have these goggles of night vision that I really, really like.
Yeah, that's not the issue. There are just some times when you need light and you don't.
Well, I don't have any today. I'm sorry for not being useful enough.
Nyx is gonna turn back into herself. Have produced flame.
I mean, if we're looking for fire, I can do fire all day long.
I can make bright light in 5 foot. It's not very, big, but it's light.
That would be enough. And I can't see down there. It's murky and it's dark. I do have dark vision, but I thought light might assist. I'm just trying to make up for yesterday.
So I'll pick up like 3 rocks or whatever I can find on the ground and give them the 5 foot bright, 5 foot dim property here.
Okay, yeah, that'll work. So, Stig, you now have a rock that sheds light.
You got 3 of them actually. I can make 3. So I'll just give you 3 in case you want to throw one down a well.
Terrific.
How much space is down there? If you're going down and there's something down there, I'll go with you.
Well, it was big enough for a giant octopus.
To squeeze.
Well, octopods can actually squeeze through pretty small spaces, so that doesn't surprise me.
Stig just jumps in.
All right,
Well, I'm
Sig,
glad I left the rope there.
you propel down the rope down into the water with your 3 glowing rocks.
I'm gonna slide down the rope after him.
Okay.
I will give you one of the glowing rocks.
So it is about 5 feet wide. So Nick Mason, you'll be right behind Stig.
Just be careful. The water starts. It goes down, so the water's going to start creeping up, and there is some sludge or something at the bottom, which will grab at your feet.
So I'll kind of wave the rock away. I'll take the rock, but I've got dark vision, so I don't need it. I'll just keep it so that you can see where I am.
I'm going to stick the rock in the water. Does it help with the murkiness?
The brightness of the rock, the 5 feet bright light, is now dim. You can see a small light source in the water now, but it doesn't help with the murkiness. But you know the light is there.
Hey, Caradwin,
Mm-hmm.
can't you send that weird spectral thing down in your place?
I could.
That could be an option to help them look.
Oh, I'm sure it is. But, Stig was really upset that I didn't have any light, and honestly.
Can I give the rock I have, the bright rock, put it in my mage hand and just have it, fly like 30 feet ahead of us and just so we can see if something's coming?
Yeah, you can do that if you want.
Yep, we are gonna do that.
I guess I'll one rock in one hand, and I'll be like feeling with my toes because I'll take my shoes off, my boots off, and I'll just start like feeling around because I still can't see anything.
So again, your guys' faces are pressed up against the ceiling to get air as you're going down the tunnel.
When we get to that point, I'm gonna cast Alter Self on myself for the aquatic adaptation.
Okay.
So I'll stick my head in the water and be fine and just like looking around for that.
As Mason's underwater, Stig will just comment to himself, "Wow, Mason, that's a really cool trick." No, would you like to be able to breathe underwater? Oh no, no, Mason, I'm perfectly fine. Thank you. No, sure, it's no problem. No, I don't want to bother.
Out of character, it is a self spell, so I can't cast it on other people.
Stig is not a spellcaster, so he wouldn't know that.
Stig, since you're leading up, you do see the mage hand carrying the light source, and when it gets to the point where Nyx was captured as the water's going down, where it would be completely submerged, it seems like something grabs the light source and shoos it and pulls it deeper into down the tunnel where the light just vanishes.
Whoa, Mason, did you see that?
I did. What is it? Is that, Chris? I'll let you. I'm breathing underwater. Can I speak underwater with that ability, or?
Let me.
Because it may also affect like verbal spells.
With this case, I'm gonna say you won't be able to really speak underwater. You can speak, but it's just all bubbles coming up.
I'll just give Stig the thumbs up.
I'll cast a message spell just to check on them. Did you guys find anything?
Maybe there's something down here with us. Oh, I don't have to sing.
Do you need any backup?
Not at the moment. What do you think, Mason?
Bubbles. I guess I could, push my head up and be like, I don't know, I didn't. The light just vanished, right?
It like something quickly pulled it deeper down the tunnel.
Yeah. Did we get a glimpse of like tentacle, claw, hand?
No.
Think horror movie sucked into the doorway.
Exactly. Thank you.
You know what? I don't think we need the key. Yeah, I think we found everything we wanted here.
So I want to try something. I want to take. Stick, give me that. One rock disappeared. You're holding a second one. Give me that third one.
There you go.
I'm gonna take that rock, cast the mage hand again, and then also so the mage hand is gonna hold a rock and a rope, and I'm gonna send it out there again, and hopefully when this thing grabs the thing, it'll also grab the rope, and we can maybe drag it into the light.
I like your thinking.
Okay.
Alright,
Let's go fishing, Stig.
hang on. I think Gallenfer still has my grappling hook. We could tie it, make this a real fishing.
How far is it from where? Okay, so how far is it from where we are to like where it got kidnapped? Where it
I
takes
would
it?
say Stig is 10 feet away, and you're like right behind Stig's. So
And how far? So what I'm trying to do, how far to where we've got like waist deep water? I'm trying to figure out. This is a 60-foot rope, I think. So if
it was chest deep when you first went into the water. And then the tunnel, you immediately had to go underneath to where your face was up above.
well, Stig, let's at least back up like 20 feet or something, because I can reach my mage hand out 30 feet. But I don't want to.
There's something we can attach the rope to? Or do you think that's even a good idea? Sure. Let's just do it.
Let's just try it. I just don't want to be like right up. I don't want it to pull us, into its lair. We've got 50 feet to work with, so. So let's back up to 20 feet, and send the mage hand out and go fishing.
All right. So you send out your mage hand with the stone and holding on to the rope.
And the rope. Yep.
Yep. Stig, Mason, you're grappling on, just waiting for it. It gets closer and closer to where the last light disappeared. And then when it gets there, you're just kind of waiting, anticipating.
Nothing's happening, then let's just take a step forward, and we'll just send the whole like conga line forward one, and we'll keep going.
I'm going to take my third, the last stone, and I'm just going to chuck it as far as I can.
Okay. You do chuck it, and Your stone goes a bit further than where the mage hand has it. You're waiting. You're anticipating. You guys are you're more on your nerves are on edge because you don't know what this mysterious force is.
I was waiting for you to do the that scene from the Boogeyman trailer, Chris.
Oh. Stig. Mason. I need dexterity. Strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics as something comes up beneath you and grabs your ankle and you feel something grab your ankles and try to pull you under. Mason, you slip away. Stig, you are dragged under.
Hang on to the rope, Stig. I got you.
I'm holding on to the rope.
So Stig, you're completely submerged. Give me a strength check to just hold on. Just to hold on to the rope.
Just to check.
Yep, just
basic strength, athletics, or just strength.
Just strength. Mason, the rope is nice and taut, and then it goes slack.
I'm gonna, start reeling it in until, I pulled in like 20.
You reel it in, and Stig is not holding onto the rope. Stig, you somehow are going deeper and deeper, straight down from where you were standing.
It's dragging Stig away. I'm going in for him.
It's what?
It's got Stig. I'm going after him.
Mason, you try to go under the water, but you are hitting. You're going straight down, but you're hitting floor. You could definitely attempt to go deeper into the tunnel.
I'll go down to at least to where the mage hand has been sitting, or to the other rocks.
Okay, they are still there, but nothing happens.
I'm gonna start climbing down. I'm just gonna look at Kara and be like, "Please send your thing. We need to know what grabbed him."
I'll send it down. I'll send my little book ghost dude. He can go 300 feet away. And I can... Well, I'll post him. But... Here we go. And I can cast spells through him as well.
Okay.
He does have dark vision.
Okay. That's dark vision. It doesn't really again help with heavily obscured. It's all murky and everything. So it's looking around, but it's not seeing anything well.
He also sheds a dim light of 10 feet. I don't know if that helps.
The dim with the amount of murkiness, the dim light is kind of diminished.
Okay. Well, he's gonna at least try to go around the edge. He can't go through walls, so he would at least be stopped by walls.
Okay. Stig, you are underwater. You can't see a thing due to all the settlement and murkiness, and then it's just in this complete utter darkness. You're holding your breath for what seems to be forever, and then eventually you can't hold it anymore. But somehow that's not a problem. You are able to. You're not choking. You're not dying. You're not drowning.
I am panicking though.
Looking around, you do eventually see something. You do see something off into the darkness, but you can't make it out from where you are at.
Well, it's the only thing I can see, so I guess I will approach it.
Okay, you begin to swim, and as you get closer, it seems to be like a curled up skeletal figure, like in a fetal position, and his arms crossed around his chest, and on his neck is a necklace that seems to have like some sort of key attached to the end of it.
This sounds a lot like Nyx's dream, isn't it?
No, this is not Nyx's dream. This is again a skeletal figure. Nyx's dream saw a skinny, leathery, lanky creature. When you get close to this is basically a skeleton, a humanoid skeleton in a fetal position, floating there in the abyss.
So the only difference is that this thing does not have skin.
And it has a key around its neck.
He will cautiously reach out for the key.
Okay. You grab the key and nothing happens. You do also notice there's something else in its on the skull. It seems to be some sort of circlet. And this one's made out of gold.
Does it look similar to the one Nyx has?
No, this one almost seems simple. But give me a investigation check.
Chris, I'm going, because we talked about one of Stig's fears, I'm going to roll this at disadvantage.
Okay. Yep. Yep. This is what this would be if that case.
And it was investigation?
Yes. Yep. Your heart is beating.
I'm just going to snag the key and just kick away. Hopefully back the way I came from.
Okay, you snag the key and you begin to swim. Mason and Galliford, what are you guys doing?
I would try to catch up to Mason and be like, which way did he go?
Down. I dragged him like straight down, but I don't see any pathway. It's gotta be sea hags, and sea people, and stupid sea monsters, sea ghosts, and sea vampires, and stupid ocean.
I'll start kind of feeling through the water to see if it dips down any lower anywhere, and I'll just message up to Caratwin. Does your spirit see anything at all?
I don't know. Has he gone far enough to see anything?
If you're going down the tunnel, he definitely hits a wall, and it goes and whatnot. The tunnel eventually ends. Mason and Galliford, you see bubbles forming behind you, where Stig once was pulled down.
I'll turn if I see the bubbles, and I'll just point to it. Mason, was that there?
I don't know. I didn't see any bubbles before.
Stig,
This crick grabbed our light and it grabbed Stig, but at no point was there any bubble indication.
Stig, you burst through the water.
Ah, screw this well!
Gonna rush over there and start dragging him out. Like, come on, Stig, let's get out of this stupid well.
As they rush by, before I pass that spot, I just feel around there to see if it that spot sink deeper or anything?
Nope, it's ground. It didn't sink at all.
How interesting. Alright, time to go.
So you guys walk your way to the entrance where the bottom of the well is, and you see Caradwin and Nyx looking down.
You guys okay?
No! Get me out!
There's a rope right there.
Imsa speaks. Hey, Stig, what's that in your hand?
Stig doesn't answer until he gets out of the well, and then he'll just throw the key to the floor.
Stig, you can't really climb the rope with both your hands full.
Full hands?
I will bite the key in my teeth.
Okay.
How big is this key?
And in your other hand, Stig, is a golden circlet.
Wait, I had that in my pack. How'd you get it?
I didn't. I will throw the circlet up.
Okay. Nyx, give me a dex check to see if you can catch it.
Okay.
Yep,
Whoops.
good enough. You catch it as you almost fall in, but you're good.
Stig will get to the top of the well and just throw the key to the floor next to Caradwin.
All right.
You first, Mason. I'll go
Yeah,
up last.
Mason's going up first. Carolyn, I think I changed my mind about a well or a moat.
Well, we would hire people to clean it so we wouldn't have to, but fair enough.
Well, you know what lives in moats? Sea people and sea hags, and other nasty things.
I think you're right. A moat would be a bad idea.
Spike pits are in. This, spike pins been. It's spike pit season.
I can get down for spike pits.
You guys eventually make your way up the well and then out of the cavern, as there's really there's nothing left to really explore. It is now dusk. You guys make your way back to Timberland. By the time you get back to your fort, it is now nighttime. The evening is yours. So, from here is okay. What is there anything you wish to do this evening?
Let's figure out what all these things are and what they do, maybe.
Yeah, I'll take time to cast Identify, and once we get back to the fort.
Stig, you want to go get drunk?
Absolutely.
We're gonna go drown ourselves the proper way.
I'll sit with Caradwin since I'm curious what all these things are, and I'll just write down today's adventure while she's checking these items.
All right. Which item are you starting with, Caradwin?
I'll start with the gem that had the restorative magic.
Okay. This gem, uh, it's it. What's the word? God damn, I'm screwing up on my word today. Um, refreshes for that. It restores all spent spell slots
How often?
once.
Ever?
Yes. So, say you're completely out, and this gem will restore all your spell slots.
Sounds like a one-time consumable.
Okay, I'm gonna set it aside and not say anything yet, and do the circlets.
Okay,
The circlet that Nyx had.
which one? She has both of them.
The one that she grabbed first, not the one that Styx came out of the well, or Stig came out of the well with.
The one with the silver and jewels is a circlet of blasting.
Oh, okay, cool. And then the one that Stig had when he came out of the well.
Are you doing a ritual?
Yes. So this is gonna take me 10 minutes per item.
Okay. Doing the ritual on this circlet just gives you a name.
Oh.
Karuk's circlet. And it's made out of mithril and gold.
Oh.
But you know it's magical, but you don't know what it does.
I would need a stronger identification.
Yes.
Does that mean casting Identify at a higher level or Legend Lore?
What's legend lore?
Legend lore is a fancy spell that is very appealing to bards. It reveals the legend, various lost legends and details of that legend.
It's basically a souped up Identify.
It's fantasy Google.
Legend lore will most likely tell you what this does, but you can do a higher level identify to help as well. But you believe legend lore will be your best result on this item.
Okay. If we're not planning on doing anything at the end of the day, or the rest of the day, I can cast a 4th level Identify to see if that'll give me anything.
While she does that, I'm just curious if in any of the tales that I've read have I seen the name Karuk.
You can give me a history check. Name is familiar, but you don't know of what. But it's definitely within the ages. The name has appeared when in the time when when the Chaos Wars were the war between the gods and the Great Old Ones were around.
Sounds familiar. Definitely old. It's probably going to take a stronger spell, Carrotman, like you were suggesting.
Yeah, like I said, I'll cast Identify at a 4th level.
Okay.
Yeah, 4th is my highest level spell slot, so. Oops.
You know that this is at 4th level and higher. it is at fourth level. It is a artifact known as Karuk's Circlet, and it's able to give you. Um, is one piece of a fragment called the Ashen Crown, and you need all 5 pieces to make the form the crown together. Um, this is what you get out of your fourth level. You think there's still information being hid from you because it's such an ancient artifact.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
That make you a genius if you used it.
Pretty much. And
Can
then were there
it-
any other items that we got from the cave?
Okay.
The key. I guess I can also ritually identify the key.
No magic is radiating from the key or whatnot, but you do. But putting the two, but you do when you pull out the other key and you put them together, they like form. They attach to each other, and they're still missing the third piece.
All right. Well, we're close to the key. But as for the rest of this, holy shit, what a haul. This circlet, it's just a circlet of blasting. It's pretty cool. We can put that on the sharks' heads in the moats, if we ever get the moat, which honestly I'm against the moat now.
From across the room. No moats. It's pitch.
Gallenford, I'm a very greedy person when it comes to magic, and I'm going to be honest. I really want to tell you that these are nothing. But that would be unfair to everything that we've been through. This gem will once ever fully replenish all of your magic for the day.
Wow.
In the many situations we've been in, this would be extremely useful.
Yeah, definitely will.
Not for me. No got no magic. Except these guns.
Why did we decide to identify this right where they're also getting shit-faced? That's what I want to know. The other one, which I really want, I'm going to be honest, is just a piece of something even more powerful. But even this piece does a lot. It provides knowledge into arcane history, religion, by wearing it. It is part of something called the Ashen Crown. But as I said, it is only one of... How many, Chris? 5 pieces?
Yes. 1 of 5.
So,
The Ashen Crown.
the Ashen Crown. Besides my identify, in any of my readings, have I heard of this or Karuk or anything?
You can give me a history check.
Can I do it while wearing the crown?
I'm just making a mental note.
You have to attune to it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. I figured. 22 is okay, though.
You don't know the exact. You don't know Karuk. Again, same thing. There are 5 pieces. Karuk's Circlet, Ashurta's Blade, Zorani's Solitaire, Lortin's Cord, and Korak's Orb. All all five of these pieces come together to form the Ashen Crown. What it says to be a very powerful magical artifact that was forged back during the war with the gods and the Great Old Ones. And it gives you the ability. Each piece in its own is a magical item. But together, they of course they form the one piece, and
The One Piece.
oh, god damn, not what I meant.
I was gonna say that's a good joke.
And it's very, and it wants to like it does have a mind of its own. It has feelings when I like any ancient artifacts like this, and it always wants to search out history and knowledge, and it's
This piece does, or the Ashen Crown as a whole does?
the whole Ashen Crown as a whole wants to search out more knowledge and go onto historical likes to, you've read that the Ashen Crown likes to explore old ruins and whatnot and gain history and knowledge.
So it's very possible we can find the other pieces and further
And
exploration.
you believe that it also holds knowledge and history of the events of the world that may or may not be recorded already.
I think this is going to be very valuable in our continued search and activities. I would like to wear the circlet.
Well, it doesn't sound like it'll benefit me other than finding lost knowledge and tales.
Awesome. I put on the circlet.
Okay,
I
you
think
go.
the only other person who'd be a contender for it would be Mason.
Well, he's getting drunk, so don't tell him.
And Mason will definitely tell everybody that the manual is a manual of iron golems.
From across the bar, you hear Mason. He's just like, acid mode, Caradrin. Nothing lives in it. It's perfect.
A fully disinfected moat.
Oh yeah, where's Nyx?
Gone.
We left her in the cave.
If I don't see her, just remembering the nightmare she had, I'll message and just be like, Nyx, where have you gone? Are you okay?
I'm just playing with bears.
The circlet is in everybody's journal, just so if you want to take a look at it. But Caradrin, this is what it does after you tune to it.
Can you also put the names in chat for the other pieces that you mentioned?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
All right. With that, real quick, we'll take our quick 5 minute break. So we'll be right back.
Perfect.
We're just waiting on Nyx. Nope. Okay. So, you guys had another evening of drinking and discovering what these magic items or these magical items do. Now, the long-awaited time. Now is when you guys would do your downtime. So, Caradwin, what would you be doing for your downtime? Or or is there anything you wish to do for your downtime?
Sorry, I was muted. My first question is, how much time do we have?
However much time you need to do for whatever you want to do.
I don't think there's really anything I can do at the fort right now because we're doing the repairs and building in new spaces. So I would probably travel back to the capital and work with Professor Bierce, seeing if I can access any of that new research yet on the Eldritch stuff, seeing what I can do to help him, and just kind of working around campus in the library, researching anything to do with the new magic items we've discovered, some of the stuff that we came across on the other continents, some of what we came across in the Dark Forest, compiling my own notes. I'm basically going to go, we have nothing to do, I'm going to go back to college and fulfill my TA role, essentially.
Okay. Stig.
Stig will probably be like he'll be assisting in the repairs, collecting lumber, probably killing things in the forest.
Okay. Gallenford.
Gallenford is going to head back to, I think it was Hume, where I last saw that ring to purchase it now that we have more funds. He'll probably also practice on his swordsmanship, finish compiling all the notes he's taken into a story of our adventures, and if he has the time still afterwards, might stick around with Caradwin and try and pick her brains since he realizes he can do rituals also.
Okay, Mason. Mason.
Oh crap, he fixed his hat too. Because of Stig.
That'll be one of his downtime things. Trying to find you some feathers.
Brad, are you there?
Yeah.
What would you like to do for your downtime?
I didn't hear you call. Mason's gonna. His things is he's got a bunch of like animal parts that he wanted to work on making items for, and he's got there's that magical short sword that he was gonna reforge into or he was gonna try to. If I can't do that at the fort, we'll sounds like everybody's going to the capital, so let's go to the capital, make a trip out of it.
You can do it at the fort if you purchase upgrades.
Well, it sounds like the upgrades they purchased already still haven't got here, so we're just gonna go find a forge that works now. Let's just go to the capital. I'm sure that they've got a forge there I can use.
Okay. Nyx.
So she's probably gonna work on her portrait of everybody first. however long that's gonna take. She's gonna put a bunch of detail into the Meddlers of Mischief portrait, and then she's gonna use the last of the clay that she has to make a small bust of I don't know my brain is not here today. Yes, I knew it started with a D.
Okay.
As
So-
well as train her bears with at first she was thinking about combat, but then she's like, we're just gonna do like a circus routine.
Okay.
So they're juggling fruit in the middle, and then Bucky's kind of at the top of the pyramid. That's what I'm doing with my time.
Okay, Caradwin. Starting with you, you get to the capital first, and you know exactly where you're going. You go back to the college. You begin doing your studies, catching up on homework, and doing your TA stuff. Professor Bierce helps you out with the study of what's going on. What did you acquire? Is that interesting circlet on your head?
Oh boy, you're gonna love this. It is a piece of a different ancient artifact, but it's only a piece, and it's supposed to help me collect knowledge. And thus, I am wearing it as I collect knowledge.
Interesting. Please keep me informed about these when you find out when you have it completed.
Of course.
Anything interesting or anything you need help with?
I just want to know if I have my pass yet to do my, illicit studies. Quote unquote. Illicit's probably the wrong word. That brings up a different connotation. You know what I mean, though.
I do. These things take a little time. Patience is a virtue, but I assure you, it is being processed. And it is looking favorable.
Well, I would hope so, considering all the things we've supported with.
Oh yes, yes. But as you know, that these things are dangerous as well in precautions, and we want to make sure you are able-bodied and ready and won't cause any trouble. You know how government is.
Yes, I do. Well, nonetheless, I'll keep working in the libraries and doing what research I can.
All right. Stig, you are helping around the town. You are trying to gain favor again through the law.
Just trying to get the town back on its feet, and I'll even offer to teach some like defensive lessons in combat.
Okay. You definitely get some interest with that, especially since you're again helping out the town and whatnot, and you're trying to again gain favor through the logger. Yeah, that because she originally requested your help for the bears, and then you guys left and vampire bears showed up.
Yep. So I'm kind of like trying to repay her by helping specifically her. Just like whenever she needs something, I prioritize her needs.
Yes, exactly. And going through the forest, keeping a patrol on. Nothing really. There's no real danger. Of course, there's always the wild animal, but there's no real threat essentially as you keep watch throughout all this time. Gallenford, you said you were heading to Hume.
Yes, I think that was the place where I saw that shop with the item, that ring.
Okay. It takes you a bit to get there, um, but you do eventually get to Hume and you find that shop. Unfortunately, though, when you acquire about the ring is gone. He sold it about a month ago.
Oh, well, what else do you have here?
Um, Wait, what are you look? Where are you looking for exactly, good sir?
Anything that's useful with charm, convincing, or being very dexterous.
Let me see what I have.
Would hate to waste such a long trip.
He, Unfortunately, I don't think I have anything laying around that might help you for what you are looking for specifically. For your dexterous items in sword play. My apologies.
Hmm.
But I will let you know if when I do acquire something that may catch your interest in the future.
That is most appreciated.
And where can I contact you at?
Fort Axness.
Very well. I will once I have something that I may think that you will like. I will send word.
Thank you. That's going to be a long walk back.
Are you heading back to the fort, or are you going to the imperial capital?
I'll head to the capital.
Okay. Eventually, Caradwin, you see Gallenford walking into the library.
What brings you all the way over here?
Research, see if I can procure anything useful, and I've been meaning to sit with you since I understand these rituals. Remember when I wrote down that transportation circle from that hut? And I figured if both of us can do it, it could help save time with some of those rituals.
I mean, it certainly could, but I'm going to be honest, it's a spell that's a little out of, I think, both of our reaches at this point. Um, but we can still begin the study of it.
Yeah, I figured if I at least figured out a simpler ritual.
Easier to use ones that are already made, or to make our own?
However it works, make our own, learn other ones.
Yeah, we can look into it. I can point you in the direction of, actually, what type of magic does teleportations fall under? Is that transmutation?
I think so.
I have to look now. Uh,
Conjuration is like teleport.
Conjuration. There you go. Yeah, I can point you in the direction of conjuration spells, and their study. If you want to start there.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And then yeah, I'll help Gal. I'll point out some authors that I know of that focused on conjuration magic, specifically around different types of teleportation. For Misty Step to Teleport is a good one. It's a bit of a long-winded read, but she does know what she's talking about.
This Misty Step. It sounds similar to my Face Step.
Yes, it's actually something I've used before. It's based on Fey magic, taken from the Feywild by the elves, brought here, and then reconfigured to work for other people. We don't get a lot of the fancy doodads that you get with it, though. You have extra magical stuff that you can do with it. We do not.
This is very interesting.
Well, I'll let you start with this one then, and then we can try to find some other things as we go on.
Thank you, Caradwin.
Anytime.
Mason, you are wanting to work on your armor.
Sort of. I've got all those other things that could be made into items. The Spectre Ichor, the owlbear feathers, vampire teeth.
Okay. Since you currently don't have a workshop at the fort.
Didn't I say I was going to the capital city because that's where everybody's going and they probably have a forge there?
Yes, you could definitely when you get there, you definitely ask around, and you are able to find basically a space for rent. Let's see here. Give me an Arcana check. Since you're dealing with magical.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay. All right. Give me now a. Give me a D20 roll. All right. You think it will take about 30 days, 29 to 30 days to work on the armor and be able to do what you want to do with it with the items you have. So it will cost you about 5 to rent the space for a forge for a month for your own workspace. It'll probably cost around 10 gold.
Okay.
To rent a location, but after that, then you have that for an entire month to work to do what you want. So what are you wanting to do with these items?
Well, first of all, there's that short sword I think Galliford had. I can't remember what magic it had on it, but it was magical, and I was going to use it, but I can't use short swords, so I'd like to try and reforge that into a hand axe, which I use a lot.
Okay, it's just a +1 short sword. Give me. Okay, give me a. Actually, you already made your rolls. I won't make you roll again. It takes a little bit of time. You see the runes on it, and you're able to reforge the short sword into a hand axe if that's what you wish.
Yep, that's what I've been using, and it's the same damage and weight as a short sword. So.
Okay, you now have a +1 hand axe.
And I have the Narshark horn, which you said could do something like a fly spell once per day. Maybe I can make some boots out of it and make a weaker version of like the boots of flying.
Okay. Yeah, so you grind the horn down into dust and are able to preserve the magical energy and weave it into a set of boots if that's what you want to put them into boots or
Yeah, like I said, I think there's like a boots of flying that gives you like 30 minutes or something. I don't know what it is, but
I think they're winged boots.
winged boots. So I don't need to make winged boots, but I'm sort of
Right.
taking
Well,
those as inspiration.
okay. Yeah. So you are able to make a set of boots. You are able to cast the fly spell once per day with.
Then we'll go to the owl bear feathers, and I was thinking something like a once per day slow fall cloak.
Okay. You go and get a cloak, and you go thrift. Basically, you're going thrift store shopping.
Yeah, we're gonna go bedazzle some stuff.
Exactly. Um, you you are able to capture or pull out the magical essence from these feathers um, out of the owlbear feathers. You weave them into the cloak, and now you are able. The cloak is imbued with the magic of Featherfall. Once per day, you can cast Featherfall.
Then I think the last thing there were the vampire fangs, which would just be turned into maybe similar to Stig's vampire swords or something like that. And then the Spectre Ichor, which maybe into some sort of jewelry item. No really idea the effect.
Okay. If you want to give me an Arcana check because you haven't really checked out the Ichor yet, you can do that. Give me that on the Ichor. What's that spell? This you are able to pull out the essence of the specter, and you are able to basically cast the blink spell out of it. You're able to go into the ethereal plane. So you will be able to cast the blink spell, and also all these magical items will require attunement. So you
Who
believe
wants the magic item?
you believe you will be able to make some black onyx jewelry out of this ichor and solidify it, and be able to use the be able to cast yourself into the ethereal plane. Um, and you're able to preserve it again once per day.
And then the last thing was the vampiric weapons. I've got 4 bear fangs and 2 owl bear fangs. Don't know how many weapons I'd be able to make out of those.
You believe you would be able to only make one weapon, infusing all the fangs into one weapon. Any specific weapon?
I'd like to keep it simple so that I can use it. Coming into mind, I'm thinking something like a javelin or a spear, something that I can throw. Just because.
Okay. Let me look up something. Oh, there's my master manual. All right.
Yeah. I'll think of something. You can move on to.
Okay. So you will be able to turn it into a weapon, unless you want to try to do something else with it.
Nope. One weapon will be fine.
Okay. Just let me know what weapon you choose in the end. Nyx, you are working on your portrait of everybody.
Yep.
Give me a dexterity check.
Okay.
It's turning out pretty well. You're getting better and better every day.
Okay.
Eventually, though, you said you wanted to like make your bears into circus bears.
Yep.
So you go out.
Putting on an act.
Okay. Give me. Let's see here. First, give me a. Give me this. Have your bears, you and Bucky each give me acrobatics checks.
Okay. This is mine. And then let me get Bucky's. Oh, and then the bears. I'll just use my brown bear one
Yeah,
for that.
they're just brown bears for now. One more. There's 2 bears. Oh, there it is. Okay. You are wonderful. You're doing flips and whatnot, and they're like, "Okay, guys, your turn." And they are looking at you and trying to copy you, but when they do a flip, they're just rolling the ground. Arthur is doing better than Bucky and Franklin, but everybody seems to be enjoying themselves.
Okay.
It's very lighthearted. You're smiling. You're having fun. All the worries and dread kind of have gone away.
Yep.
And then you go back to working on your art pieces of Damascus, the bust.
Yep. I still have his hat, so once I finish it, I'll put the hat on top of him.
Okay. About 30 days have passed. The upgrades have definitely been that you purchased have been installed. Stig, I saw you asked about Innsmouth. She's just kind of been mining, wandering around. She hasn't been doing much. She does help out around every now and then, but she's always like lost in her thoughts. You all eventually make it back to the fort. Stig,
Yes.
a letter has come from you from the Hunter Slayers Guild.
Oh yeah.
Um, it's basically it reads that that they were going through some old things and they found an old letter. They didn't open it, but from your father, and they thought that you might want to come and check it out.
Oh, absolutely, I would.
And Gallenford, you see when you get back and go to your room, you see a rolled up note or scroll on your bed.
This can either be good news or bad news. And I'll open up the scroll.
It shows a X on the mountain path, and it says 7 days.
And it's the bad news.
No, the bad news is that it was delivered a week ago.
Alright, do I... Well, I probably don't recognize it. I'll show the location, well, the scroll to everybody.
Is this supposed to mean 7 gallon fert?
Looks like the rat lady snuck back in and left this. Whatever it is that she needs, it's at this X she marked.
Do you know where that is? Probably be a good place to start.
Can I make out where this is on this map?
Yeah. In this general location.
And this is all taking place about a month later?
Yeah, a month has passed, and you guys come back and you find these notes. Is it?
So I will say that you guys see that Stig has these two nasty looking cuts on his upper lip now.
What happened to you?
I don't understand it. He says he's like fingering his teeth. He's like, my tusks grew back.
Are they supposed to do that?
No, my father had them removed because they kept digging into my upper lip like they are right now. Ah!
Are you needing them filed down again?
I might have to get him removed, yeah.
But doesn't it hurt?
Oh, exceptionally. I just haven't been too busy getting the town patched up.
Are you able to do it yourself, or does someone have to do it for you?
I'd prefer somebody who knew what they were doing. I know that Lyric's been helping me with the pain, but I'd rather see someone, a professional.
So probably back in the capital.
Yes.
Just
would-
looking at the spot on the map, how long do you guys think it would take to get to this X?
Hmm.
Is it in the this mountain range? No. 4 days?
If you book it, you can make it.
Best case scenario, 4 days. About a week.
Wow, she didn't really give us much time.
Probably intentionally.
Well, as long as you guys don't object, since we're gonna have to deal with her, you guys up for heading there and figuring out what this item is?
Sure.
Yep, let's go do it.
All right, and you guys, you come back, and when Mason's there, you see that he's very decked out.
Not really, I've just got a new pair of boots. I only have an attunement slot for one more thing, so it's going to be the boots.
So taking your car, you know you will get faster if you don't take a cart of your cart. But that's up to you.
By the way, Chris, I still have 5 silk robes from Alzacus's boat. Can I sell those while I was in the city?
Yeah, no problem.
What? You don't want to keep the luxury bathrobes?
Nah, I'm a military guy. I don't need that stuff.
Let's see here. I would say with these will be about 25 gold pieces a piece. You're able to get them for.
Jaredwin, did you do the monthly bills?
I didn't take anything. Do we have monthly bills that we need to take out?
Let's see.
Unless I missed that in the note for the fort.
I think at least the kitchen. I think it's 50 gold pieces for the chef.
Oh, for the upkeep. I don't. Okay, I didn't see that in there. But yeah, I can take that out of the party funds. So 50 for the chef for the month, and then. Did we hire anybody else for full time?
We have our slave family.
They're living in the town, I thought.
They work in the fort.
How much should I give them each? What are they doing? What are their jobs like? If we're paying 50 for we're paying 50 for a chef?
That's for all the supplies and the food that he goes and gets.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I could do 10 gold for each of them.
10 gold flat.
Okay, so 60 gold for employees for the month out of the party funds. That's easy enough.
Do we have any horses?
I think you do, and you have Beauregard.
Boner Dark Guard doesn't count.
Beauregard is a horse.
He is most of a horse.
He has different horses.
He is the amalgamation of many horses. And he has eluded my blade infuriatingly for the last month.
So I have cricket. Also, on infusions and stuff, Nyx you can still have the spell refueling ring that I let you have. Caradwin,
Okay.
I'm gonna take back the spell refueling ring I gave you, and I'm gonna offer you the blink ring I just made.
Ooh.
So you can cast the blink spell once a day.
I do like that. Be pretty fun.
And then I'm gonna replace that spell refueling ring I just took from you with a mind sharpener for myself.
Okay.
If no one's using that circlet of blasting, I might try and do something with that.
So my current attunements are Karuk's circlet, the blink ring, and the ring of mind building.
All right.
So I get extra 2.
Yeah, these last couple of battles, Garrett been running away a lot, so I'm just like, just make you a ring that you can just blink away.
That's a very good idea. But to be fair, I ran away from the last one because our barbarian got. I had good reason.
Would
I
anybody
don't
like
blame
these-
you.
Would anybody like these Featherfall cloak? If not, I'll just hang it up in the closet.
It's pretty dope.
Stig will take the Featherfall cloak.
Okay, it's yours.
And he will hang up the torn Herman expedition banner in his room. that he was using as a cloak.
So yeah, the cloak is once a day you can use the feather fall spell.
So are you guys done? So you guys, Mason's handing out magical items. You guys are reorganizing your stuff. Are you ready to head out?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, you guys get your horses. I think you only have actually, yeah, I think you only have two, Beauregard and Cricket. If you so, unless you buy more horses, you will have to take the wagon. Um, so, do you wish to purchase more horses, or are you going to take the wagon?
I'd probably purchase a horse. How much was it for a horse?
For a riding horse. A riding horse is 200 gold pieces for an elephant.
200 gold pieces for an elephant?
No, a riding horse is 75 gold pieces.
Okay, I'll take that out of the bag of holding in my thing, so...
Okay.
Stick paid 120 to ship a camel. No, he didn't do that.
340 each.
So you double up. Next, you got your own horse, and then you all ride off to do your timed quest for Gallenford. And that is where we will end tonight's session.